Hello and welcome to the Fibonacci free video for Monday, July 11th. This is David, and I want to take a look here at the XLY, the Consumer Discretionary ETF. And one of the things that I want to look at here is something that Henry and I talk about pretty often, how using the voodoo lines can be a real shortcut to our Fibonacci analysis. So notice that we've got the nearest fire line, the most important of all the voodoo line levels, above us at 154 and 84 cents here in the XLY, and in the move down from the all-time high in this ETF, we have support that's basically been coming in right around this voodoo tree line. Now, those are the second most important level, right? And in general, what we expect to see is the more important swings coming from the more important levels. So, look, if this was able to get back above the 154 and 84 cent fire line coming up from this tree line, that would be, I think, a compelling argument that we were indeed turning up from this relatively important level at 34.46. Unless or until then, this could just be a little bit of a dead cat bounce in what has been a downtrend in a name that has sold off a good bit more than the broader indices in this decline from well, in this case, late last year, in other indices early this year. So, look, that doesn't mean that we don't do our other Fibonacci analysis as well. When those levels do line up, that can be an even more compelling argument. But if one is looking through the charts and looking through ideas, it can be pretty easy to look at the voodoo lines first and then see how levels coincide. And in this case, they coincide pretty nicely, right? The 2020 low was right here at a tree line, right? And if we head up into the all-time high, it tried but couldn't get above this upper tree line. And in the pullback, right, the tree line that we came to, where is it? Well, our low for the pullback is right at the 61.8% retracement of this advance, a level that we would typically look to. And the coincidence of that level with the voodoo tree line here gives us yet another reason to focus on this. So does the fact that this leg down is roughly equal, a little bit more than equal to this leg down, making it look like a zigzag sort of move, down, up, down, that we typically see with counter moves. Now, if it turns back down, gets resistance under that tree line level, that would then, so long as we have resistance below that level, I think be problematic for any near-term bulls. What would we want to see to think that the bulls had done enough to turn things back up? Well, from the voodoo line standpoint, we talked about this getting back above this fire line to the upside. And one of our tools that we can look to is to ask ourselves, when might a move up break symmetry, right? And so we can look to some of the larger advances within the move down. Of course, this would be the largest advance, followed by, this guy and this guy, which are pretty close to the same size. And one of the things that we often look to when we do symmetry analysis, we'll come in and throw all those levels on the chart, but we're particularly in tune to those levels that come in multiple times, right? So if we do this, measure this low to high swing, project it up from the low, notice that that 100% level comes in right at the voodoo fire line. And then we come in, measure the same one, or the same thing from this low to high swing that we've had more recently, again projected up from the low, and where does it come? Again, right at the same spot, that voodoo fire line. So now we can see that breaking the fire line would be the same as being larger than this move up and larger than this move up. Two levels that are roughly coincident in size, and two of the larger, not largest, but larger bounces within the decline from the all-time high. Now, the largest, as I said, would be from this low to this swing high. We project that up from the low. That doesn't come in, or the symmetry level doesn't come in into 163.74. But the fact that we have multiple symmetry levels here, closer to 154.75, we have a voodoo fire line at the same spot. This is the place that I would start to look to say, you know what, if we can get above there, find support above that level, that would be a more compelling all clear to suggest that that XLY, the Consumer Discretionary ETF, may have found low and was working its way back high. So I hope you found that useful, looking at this from both the voodoo line and the Fibonacci perspectives. And we'll see what this ETF actually does. So until I see you again at the next update, as always, good trading.
Hey, David here with Simpler Trading. Thanks for taking a few minutes to watch this video. I hope you found it useful. And if you did, please help us out. Click the like button. You can also add your comments below. We love to read those and respond to them. You can also click the bell icon. That will alert you whenever we have new and updated videos. And if you want to watch us trade in real time with our own money, you can visit simplertrading.com to learn how to sign up. Until I see you again, as always, good trading, and we'll see you at the next video.